Rucksters Customs organized and hosts the first ZOOMER convention in Ibaraki, Japan. Since this was the first time for me in Japan ever, everything was exciting to me. The culture, the people, the food, and of course, the ZOOMERCon. I couldn't wait for the plane to land and soak it all in. My first impression when I arrived was that there is a scooter life here. Scooter Champ magazine only comes out once a year, and the bikes are handpicked by the chief editor himself. It was a great honor to be featured in this amazing magazine. This is so unlike LA because everything is walking distance. In LA, I'm always stuck in traffic and never know when I'll arrive at places. But in Japan, the trains are punctual, so planning our day was much easier. Japanese food is amazing. The freshness and the quality is top-notch. I bit a tomato and I was like, what? More walking and more eating on the streets of Asakusa. That's fine. People wear masks for allergies or cold. This is out of courtesy and is normal in Japan. Okay. Sushi Dai was the ultimate sushi experience. This little restaurant is so good, people wait 2 to 4 hours to eat. Every bite was a party in my mouth. We're at NAPS, one of the premier scooter and motorcycle stores in Tokyo. Here you will find mostly JDM products and some Italian parts. The quality in Japanese parts is quite obvious. From the packaging to the presentation, everything was neatly displayed in the store. I couldn't resist, so I bought some rare metric stainless steel bolts that are not sold in the States for my scooter. It was an early start and super exciting day. Makoto-san from SCR Works picked us up from Shirasagi and drove us to Ibaraki, where the ZOOMERCon is held. Now I know why people take trains, because just like LA, the traffic sucks in Tokyo. So we just arrived at the location on Saturday. The Japanese organizers were praising Makoto-san's newly built ZOOMER before finalizing the details of tomorrow's main event. This is Tokyo Parts. This place is it. It's the most awesome ZOOMER shop in Japan. Owner Sekizawa-san is legendary and has been innovating and customizing Zoomers for 10 years. His work has left a significant mark in the scooter world. I've only seen pictures of these bikes on the internet. Seeing them in person was most definitely a real treat. Our group arrived to Tokyo Parts at 7 a.m. It was bright and early. However, we were not the first ones there. Riders from afar had already arrived. They were already unloading their scooters and getting ready for the ride. And soon more and more of them showed up. My first thought was, wow, these people are punctual. Mind you, Ibaraki is in the middle of nowhere, so getting there on time took a great deal of effort. And that is something I can totally respect. Today was the day. 3.5 months of planning boiled down to this very day. The morning air reeked of excitement and anticipation. I had to keep my cool and just let it all in. Doing shows up and down the West Coast with Rucksters for the last 4 years has prepared me for this moment. I was ready. Riders from all over Japan came together for this special first-time event. ZoomerCon was in full throttle. This was it. My first chance at riding in Japan with the Zoomer riders of Japan. For a guy in my position, it was unreal. Never thought in a million years that I would be doing this. But more so, the guy who is responsible for all this. I was happy and they were even happier. I was amazed at how well the con was organized. My Japanese associates handled their business with pride and joy. They had their group meetings on several occasions, with each member putting in their 2 cents. Oh yeah, they weren't messing around. It was all business. It was surreal to see everything come to life. Here I was on the other side of the Pacific, surrounded by scooters I've only seen on the internet, meeting people who had the deepest respect for what I represented, hanging out with innovators of the Zoomer community, having my picture taken with total strangers, and being inspired all at the same time. It would have been awesome if my brothers Sonny and Tony would have been there with me. They were too busy taking care of business back at Rucksters.
Don't touch me!
Don't touch me!
Don't touch me!
Stay away from this guy.
MotoChamp magazine sent a team of 4 guys to cover ZoomerCon. The chief editor, Narishimi-san, and his colleagues weren't messing around. They had it all planned out and came with the right equipment to execute. Again, it's a Japanese thing. Pride comes with every aspect of life. Perhaps the most interesting thing I saw was how the US ruckus scene has impacted the Zoomer scene in Japan. There was a time when we looked to them for ideas and innovations. It wasn't even that long ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. But now it's totally vice versa. They are looking to us for answers. They are gravitating toward USDM parts and taking cues from our innovations and ideas. The table has turned, and now it's a two-way street. How awesome is that? What is a show without a raffle? Indeed, we had to have one. Rucksters, SCR Works, Tokyo Parts, Rat Kobo, and Alpine Stars sponsored a ton of prizes, some of which were very expensive. The winners were happier than a clam. I got some pretty big hugs, and I don't think hugging is a Japanese custom, which only made it even more awesome. The raffle, that is. Stay tuned for part 2 of Rucksters Rocks Japan, where you will see the winners of the big awards show.